My name is Robert Duncan, and I went to see Dr. Courtney. This is in January, I believe, of 2015, and was in a lot of back pain. At the time, I'd waited previously probably about a year before I'd see a specialist, and a friend of mine recommended Dr. Courtney. She had had back surgery previously from him, and she was really ecstatic about the way her recovery was. When I went to see Dr. Courtney the first time, one of our first sessions, he told me, he said, "Well, I don't believe in operating right off the bat. It's the last thing that I do. If we can't do anything else." So initially, he gave me some steroid pills to take, and I took them. They worked okay for about a day or two, but I still had the same problem. So I went back to see him in about 3 to 4 weeks, and pretty much he did the same thing again. And when I went back to him about a month later, he said that I would probably do better with steroid shots in the back. So I got shots in the back. The first set didn't do anything for me. About a month later, I went back and had more done. And again, didn't really leave me with any pain at all. And the third time I came back in, had shots again about 4 weeks later, and I went back to Dr. Courtney about a month later, and he said, "Well, let's see where we need to go from here." So he had me get an MRI, and he took some more X-rays, and determined that I did need surgery on it. And he pulled out a ring of surgery tools that he had that showed me what he was going to be doing and what he would be putting into my back, and scheduled me another time to come back and scheduled the surgery date. Well, I came back the next time and we scheduled the date to have it done. Walked into the hospital there, Baylor Frisco. They took me on back, prepped me for surgery. After surgery, the first day when I came out of anesthesia, I wasn't in any pain at all, which is kind of unusual for me because it was to where I couldn't even walk through the house without having to go from room to room, just stopping and squatting down and taking some pressure off my back. So the next day after surgery, I came up, and the physical therapist had me walking around without any pain at all. I mean, this is the first time I hadn't had pain in a few years at all, really. One thing that did impress me a lot was his staff. That you got to see the doctor, in a timely manner. His physician's assistant, she assisted in the surgery room, so I knew she was familiar with my case and was familiar with what Dr. Courtney was doing, and that really did impress me with their staff as well. With my experience with Dr. Courtney, it was fantastic. I mean, I've been living in pain for so long, and then after his surgery, I feel great. I can do about anything I want to, and I would recommend him highly over any of the other doctors in the area.